Thanks, everybody. Welcome to Build. I'm your host, Ricky Camilleri. In an effort to remain young at heart, 5 adult men gather once a year to continue a game of tag they've played since grade school. That is the inspired from real-life premise for the new movie called, wait for it, Tag. Let's take a look at the trailer.
Susan, you take Jerry to be your husband.
What's the difference between Episcopalian and Lutheran?
Episcopalians don't eat fish.
That's pescatarian. That's not a religion.
They're all fanatics. I don't know.
You may kiss the bride.
I love you.
Please tell me what's going on here.
Our group of friends has been playing the same game of tag for 30 years.
What?
For the entire month of May, every year, we play tag.
You punched me.
You never know when someone's gonna pop up.
Congratulations, buddy. You're it.
Doing great, Anna. Our buddy Jerry is the best that ever played. And now he wants to retire.
Never been tagged. Just saying. So who's it?
You can't touch this.
This is the year we get Jerry.
You can't touch this.
Synchronize your watches.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't wear a watch.
Time is a construct.
Can't touch this.
Some couples go on cruises, some couples go camping, some couples go to strip clubs and have gangbangs. And this is just what we love. This is our gangbang.
Wow. Seems like the game has really kept you guys connected.
All right. So good to see you. Come on. It's been a while since we've done this.
This game has given us a reason to be in each other's lives.
I think your dad would have really wanted you to be dead.
Get up! I'm gonna keep on trying.
Eat my,
Eat my dick. Balls.
But
Ice cream.
what?
He knows I'm lactose intolerant. He's taunting me.
Don't you know I'm gonna make you with my darling?
Everybody, please welcome Annabelle Wallis and Leslie Bibb.
Hi.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Is this what Mariah Carey feels like? When they sing, they always have a microphone.
Do you want to sing?
No, God.
Okay, okay.
The whole room would
I will.
clear out.
Okay, great. Dive
Do it.
in.
I won't
It won't be
subject to
embarrassing for
Do it, do it, do it, Annabelle Wallis.
Thanks so much for being here. Congratulations on the incredibly funny Tag.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, this is inspired by a true story, which we get to see a little bit in the film. You play the journalist that covered this story. Did you meet the journalist? Or
I did. He's called Russell Adams, and
so
he wrote...
That's one of the ways that it's not based on a true
this-
story.
What?
He has a penis,
Yeah,
but
yes,
Annabelle
yes.
does not have a penis.
You never know. But yeah, so Russell Adams, he wrote the original story, and it was one of the most read stories in the Wall Street Journal of that year. And so, yeah, so I think when people read it, it was shopped around Hollywood quite a lot, and it became one of the hottest properties. So when they came to me, I don't know about you, but I was like, wait, what? They were like, oh, it's a story about tag. I was like, I don't believe you, and I don't know what you're talking about.
Then they send you the story.
Then they send the whole story and the premise, and you know, for me, what really connected me to the script was the human connection and, you know, friendship, and I felt it was a really important story. So yeah.
We were actually just over at, do I have to do this when I talk, or can I talk like this?
A little.
Okay,
yeah.
I'll do this. It feels a little strange, you guys. But we were at Renner's house last week, the day before. We had our premiere on Thursday. And we were at Renner's, and they had the actual guys there. And it's 10 of them. And I was like, oh, my God.
Are they still playing?
They're still playing.
Because the month, do they play
They do
all
it for
year?
1 month a year.
Is it May
I
in
think
real
it's
life?
May.
So the month has just passed.
And I think we used some of their footage. Like, they filmed it, but... the overwhelming sense that I got from them was, I don't know if you felt the same way, was the sense of love that they have. And I hadn't seen the movie yet, so I saw it at the premiere for the first time. And I really got the same, I was like, oh my God, these guys really do care about each other so much, and it is the way that they stay connected. And everything we do in the movie, you think, oh, that's crazy. And then it's all taken from stuff they've done. Like one thing in particular, I was like, wow, the costume designer really could have, wow, that's strange. And then you see, it's the exact outfit that the guy wore in real
With
life.
the opening bit in the
No,
movie?
it's a later bit.
Which?
In the mall.
Oh, right. Oh, yes.
And
right.
that's like that, you see the actual footage. And so it's, I don't know, I was completely charmed by these 10 guys. And there's a priest in the midst who's also playing tag. He's now a priest. I was like, hello, Father. And, but I don't know, I was completely charmed by that.
I do think that in an age of like, you know, we're all on our phones and there's such a lack of human connection, a real human story about human connection, about simplifying things, about reawakening your inner child is very important. And also the gift of making people laugh. I just found myself laughing and reading the script, and these guys, they have fun doing this. It brings them together. So I think for all of us involved, it was that premise. It was like, God, everyone just needs to lighten up a bit. It's been an intense time for everyone globally, and it's just nice to simplify and go back to a root, and the root being friendship and the root being human connection. And we all hope that it inspires people and young people to get out there and like engage with each other, because the most fun you have in life are with the people who make you who you are, your friends, your family. So yeah, the message of human connection for me is the strongest one.
I kind of want to play tag right now. Wouldn't it be fun? Like we all just were in the city and we're like, we're going to go buck wild. I don't know. You don't know where I'm going to jump out from. I mean, it's amazing that they do that. They literally, and they live in different cities. I mean, they go to great lengths. I mean, it's insane, but beautiful.
Did you guys play tag at all on set? Did the cast get into any of those kinds of hijinks?
I mean, if you mean by tag, meaning raise a glass to your mouth and have a
Tag
cocktail,
to,
then yes.
yes, the shot bar. Tag to who can make it there faster after work. Yes, there's a lot of that kind of rosé tag, tequila tag.
Tequila tag.
Dancing tag.
Yeah, we did a lot of dancing.
Sweaty sweat. Who can sweat the most tag? Share sweat.
We actually, I will say, on this movie, listen, usually you do a movie and people are like, oh yeah, we loved each other, and it was really fun. This one was really fun. Like it was like this big group. There's a lot of actors and
very nice actors.
Really nice.
You know, like it's not
a jerk in the bunch.
I think I've interviewed most of them. They're all very sweet, nice people.
Yeah, and good times. And so we would go out. I mean, we danced a lot. We would literally like
and the
Ham
boys
was
would
like
come,
Ham was our muscle at the
Hannibal,
club.
they'd be like,
But yeah, we had a good time on the movie. We didn't play tag on set, but it's probably because we were playing tag in front of the camera. So I was usually winded.
You play tag on set.
I was with the boys a lot. On my own.
Well, you're the gateway character for the movie. You're
I just observing the
gateway. I like the gateway character. It's like
I think it's trauma you're seeing most of the time. I was like, what is happening? So we played a lot of silly games. There was a lot of silliness that went on.
Can I ask what kind of silly
games?
Yeah.
Expand. Inquiring
why.
why.
Talk about like passing wind. I think there was a passing wind competition. I didn't
You mean
engage
farting?
this. Ladies do not behave like that.
Farting.
The boys had a fart competition in front of you.
There was a lot of farting in scenes. And it was like...
Did the scene call for it?
And they'd be like, a fart would happen, and then it'd be like, just roll with it. Be professional. Be professional. It's like, the camera is on me, my friend.
Who farted?
It's on me.
Who farted the most?
Wait,
I can't tell you that.
There's your question.
They'll be so angry.
No, he question for them
won't.
tomorrow.
Hannibal Buress,
Hannibal.
Hannibal.
So he would fart regularly.
Silent but deadlies?
No.
They weren't silent?
It'd be like, they go, quiet, we're going to rolling. I was like, and he was like, just roll with it, buddy. Just roll with it. And I was like, what do you mean just roll with it? Anyway, that was quite funny. He might... I'm going to see him at my hotel after, and he might have words.
Nobody has words with you.
And you never, you never.
She's never farted ever in her life.
Hey, rose petals, my friend.
You fart rose petals? That's weirder than a normal fart.
It happens in England.
Anything that happens, it's rose petal infused, and taste feels taste. Rose rose petals. That's all I gotta say about that.
So it was only Hannibal. None of the other guys
Look
participated.
at their faces. They're all farters.
Let me tell you.
You know that they're all farting.
That was it's a competitive fart
Look at
situation.
Helms'
Well, I
face.
believe I do believe if you get more than 3 men in a room together, it doesn't matter at what age, 2 maybe, farts just kind of start happening. It's a weird thing.
Odd like date request. I was like, hey, it's like, hey, Annabelle, what do you think about sending this to this girl? I'm like, that's not quite correct. I don't think she'll respond to that. Or like,
Annabelle was really bouncing stuff off of you a lot, both
and
advice for other women and wind.
Yes, Jake gives me a lot of life advice. I've worked with him before in The Mummy. John is John. You want to be like John in life. So
Why is that?
He's just like John Hamm, and every time you see him, you feel like you should have like a soundtrack to him walking toward you, right? Like,
I always have a soundtrack to John
take
Hamm.
my breath
Mad Men
away.
theme.
He's like,
Isn't that?
He's like into like a
And then what about
aftershave
Jake?
commercial.
Wait, what about Jake?
Jake's
Oh,
like, Annabelle,
What about
what are you
Ed?
doing? You're like, Ed's like, Annabelle. Ed is like
an angel.
An angel. He's just a great
angel.
human.
It's true.
You always feel like really naughty and devious when he's around because he's like,
good Ed.
hey, and you're like,
And what about
Very
Renner?
upbeat and
he's
positive.
up being positive. Hannibal's just like
Well, we
the
already know
male
he's a
version
farter.
of me without the farts because that's rose petals. And Jeremy's just slick and cool and mystery man, isn't he?
I don't find that. He's a really good buddy of mine, so he's doing.
He plays your fiance.
He plays my fiance.
How would you describe Jeremy Renner?
In the movie or in real life?
First the movie, then real life.
In the movie, he's magic. I mean, it's like he's never been tagged. I mean, the whole movie is sort of based around this game happening because they hear that Jerry, which is Jeremy's character, is going to quit. And it's going to be their last game of tag. And they've never tagged him. In 30 years, they've never tagged him. So they're out to get him. And he's kind of like Jason Bourne, Sherlock Holmes. Like, everything goes into slow motion with him. And he's this amazing tag player. And he's never been tagged. In real life, it was funny that he had picked up some moves. Because we were doing a scene where I'm talking to everybody. And he's supposed to just sort of disappear. And he kind of disappeared. I don't know how it happened, but what's even crazier is he broke his wrist. On the second day of shooting, he broke his wrist on.
And aren't his arms like CG'd the whole movie?
No, they're not CG'd, but he broke his elbow on one arm and he broke his wrist on the other. And we
while shooting this movie?
Second day of shooting.
Second day. So
What was the stunt? What was he doing?
There's a thing on the stack of chairs, and he's
Oh,
supposed to fall over, and the rig just went ass over tea kettle. And he just touched the ground really quickly.
Well, he fell from a great height and he put his hands down to protect his face. And
But he said that he just went like he said it seems like it would be more dramatic, but he said he just went like, and it just snapped everything. I'm at home
because he's an Avenger and he doesn't want to admit it really hurt. He's like, I'm an Avenger.
But
nothing hurts me. It was like a tap on the ground.
But he texted
elbow and his wrist
on each. So wrist on one arm, elbow on the other. But
Wow.
I get a picture. I'm at home, and he sends me a photo, and I was like, ha ha, funny bit. He's like shirtless in the hospital, and I was like, that's funny. What are you doing? And he's like, not funny. I broke my arms, and I
fucking tag.
Yes,
or Jason Bourne
but no,
or
no,
the
but here's
Avenger.
what's amazing about Renner. I'm going to toot his horn on this. He did this before lunch. He goes to the hospital. They fit him with casts that are removable. And then he goes back to work that afternoon and finishes shooting.
Takes the cast off, broke it off.
So he's kind of like these floppy dead arms sometimes, but he's moving, but he does it. I mean, I have to say, I've known him.
I would have milked it.
Oh my God.
I'd have been like,
well, I thought
need
the whole movie.
suing you. I'm
the
not going
Sweet
to
of the
work
Four
today.
Seasons. I need everyone here to help
Well,
me.
but in
I'm
all
having a
honesty,
disaster.
to its credit, I mean, that's something that would shut down a movie. 100, and because of his schedule, he had to go do Avengers right after, and so there's no. Oh God, I'm not even sure if I'm supposed to say that, but I don't know. Anyway, he had another thing he had to film. This is live. I'm screwed, and so his schedule was really specific. So he came back. I thought he was amazing, and I've known him a long time, and he was a fucking stud. I was just
upset.
You were upset.
I thought I had a paid holiday.
Nope.
I was like, let me tell you, look, Jeremy, I love you. I'm sorry for your pain. I'm very happy for my summer situation.
No,
I got the pictures texted to you, and you were like, "We're done."
No, I was there. I was on the set, and I was like, "Oh, I just get some extra time off. This is amazing."
No, I would say that's pretty amazing. That's
Cruel, I know. She's a cruel
I get a paid holiday.
I get a paid holiday. Sorry, mate.
No, but I think he's really great. And so his character, the stunts he does are amazing. I think that maybe might be an I think I heard one of the guys go, everybody's been tagged. There's nobody who hasn't been tagged. But for this, he's the one that's never been tagged.
And Jeff Tomzik, one of the things I think that...
Who's our director?
Our director, yes. He, when he pitched the movie, it was an action movie with comedy in it. So the action sequences are really dynamic, and they're just like, they're kind of like a Guy Ritchie movie. Things slow down, the camera movements change, and you feel like you're in a different film.
Stunts, like we just saw in the trailer alone, Jake Johnson fall off of an air conditioner.
That was just Jake walking to the bathroom, actually, and the B-roll.
Yeah, there's so many stunts. I mean, the stuff out in the woods.
Oh yeah.
I think the movie, when all of that stuff starts going, is so. It's so quick and it's so great.
Different.
Yeah, and Sam, when my my beloved was sitting next to me at the movie, he was laughing so hard. And when it's a genuine.
He's also got a really great infectious laugh.
He does have that little nugget. Oh, I love him so much. No, he does have a good laugh.
One of the things that I liked about the movie a lot was that the central conflict is when the game of tag becomes too competitive, and people kind of turn this fun game that's supposed to be about staying young into a dangerous form of competition, which your character kind of does without giving anything away, but she takes it one step.
Oh, I take it
too far.
I mean, you could say too far, or you could say master of the game. I would just say maybe as a master of the game, perhaps.
Are you a competitive person?
Yes. I mean, I hate.
Do you relate to that? To that?
I think what I related to for Susan, who's Jerry's fiance, and it's her. They're getting married, and it's their wedding, and these guys are showing up, and they're gonna ruin my wedding, So, what I really related to for her is how much she loves her husband, or her husband to be, and that devotion that she feels for Jeremy Renner's character. I really related to that. To me, that was the hook into her, was her heart, and she's ride or die for Jerry. I mean, that's her boo. And she's going to do anything, he's got a perfect record. So she's going to do it.
True, you think it's about the wedding, but it's about the perfect record.
Yeah, it's about the perfect record. And I think, of course, he would find a woman that's as competitive. And I also think that she loves it. Like I'm not sure Susan has a lot of friends. And so this all of a sudden are like built-in people. And I think she gets swept up into anything. But yeah, she loves her man.
Annabelle, we were talking about stunts. You said you worked with Jake on The Mummy, and that's with Tom Cruise, who is famous for doing crazy stunts all the time. Yeah, and I imagine is quite competitive naturally. Is that something that you thought about when you were in this movie that was about competition?
Yeah, I think in all of us, the instinct to be competitive, the drive for like that survival instinct to compete against the other. It's basically, isn't it? It's evolution, survival of the fittest. So I do like when you have that challenge, when you have a group of people and you see whose survival skills are up there. And I think it's very tactical that we weren't asked to do many stunts because I feel like we might outshine a few of the boys.
I think so. Yeah. You can do stunts.
But it was actually Jake who told me about the project. We had just finished The Mummy press tour, and he's like, Annabelle, wouldn't it be nice to do something where we laugh and we have a good time, we just relax a little bit? I was like, oh, that sounds like a good idea. And then, lo and behold, it's like a massive action sequence comedy. Yeah.
Jake's so funny in this movie.
So funny.
He really shines. I mean, they're all amazing. He and Ham together are really magic. Hannibal is like, talk about his farts, possibly silent but deadly. His comedy is like a stealth. Like he is so fun, like, right? Like I was really I just everybody that collection of guys, they really did a great job with this movie. I mean, everybody did, but you know, they have, you believe it, like you believe that they've been friends. There's some authenticity that's like just plopped down that I buy that these guys have been friends for 30 years, you know?
Well, you know, they're all going to be here tomorrow.
Oh, brother.
So do you have anything that you would want to ask them when they get here? Something that you would want to say to them or ask them? You should just, like, look into the camera.
Which one?
I don't know. Whichever one the
three.
stagehand told you to look in, because
Okay,
this isn't a
one.
setup bit.
Okay, boys. My question is, if you were going to play Marry, Kill, Fuck, who would it be amongst you?
Oh, amongst them.
Yeah, we're going.
I know the answer to that.
I'm stirring this pot right now. Yeah, that's my question.
I think we need to add one more, because if one person's answering it, there's 4 others. So it's like marry,
so
kill,
marry,
fuck.
kill, fuck, one night stand.
Perfect. That's great. That's great.
Yes.
Do you even want to try?
That's such a good one. What should I say to them? Something. Oh, okay, fine. Because I can't think of it. Not enough. If you were going to play a game of tag with anyone in history, who would it be?
Living or dead, or just living or dead?
Living.
Oh, only
to be
living.
living.
Ooh,
living.
I like that one.
Thanks, Leslie.
You're welcome.
I would go with Tom Cruise, because I'd want to see him chasing me with the run.
Let me tell you,
He would run you over.
would
He'd kill me, but I'd get to look behind me and
Obliterate.
see the thing coming at me. You know?
Tom, I would try to compete with Tom. It's very upsetting when you work with someone, you will never win. Like in any capacity. In like he does a scene, you're like, I'll be better than him in this.
Nope.
And that's not gonna happen. You run, he'll be better. Everything.
Didn't you hurt yourself? Didn't you? You were like,
I tore a muscle and I ran still because that's how competitive I was with him. And I said he only won because I have a torn ligament.
Let's get some questions from our audience. What do we got here? Right here.
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. I've been a big fan of yours, you, Leslie, from Popular, and Annabelle, I've been a big fan from The Mummy.
Thanks.
So,
One fan. Welcome, my friend.
So
We love you already. You're already winning.
thank you. So doing this movie, like these guys have a tradition for playing tag. Like after doing this movie, do you feel like you feel compelled to start a tradition with your friends? Like,
That's a great question. Yeah, I did kind of. I did. I was like, I felt that I needed, you know, in this business, you're traveling a lot. And especially like for me, for Renner, because he's like a brother to me. And because of our schedules, and to have this time with him that last summer, which we never do, I think it awakened for me this desire to be better at staying connected to my friends. So like, I just went down to Charleston to see to see Sam, and I went down to see our buddy Danny, who moved down there, and like my sister, and I might not be playing tag. I sound like an alcoholic. I like to go have cocktails with my friends. So my game of tag is like, let's go for drinks.
We meet up in New York. We meet up in LA.
Yeah, and so trying to stay
ritual.
Connected with friends, because I think this is the thing when we get older, everyone's like, you're supposed to be an adult and you've got to do this. And I think it's important to have fun. And I think we forget to do that in this idea of like being a grown up. And so, yes, made me do that.
I oddly had that feeling when I finished watching the movie. I was like, I don't want to copy the tag, because that'd be weird to call all my friends and be like, we're going to play tag
Red
now,
Rover.
like this movie that just came out. And then I was like, but I'm also an adult, and it should have started when I was young, so maybe I'll just call some friends when I get home.
Yeah,
but
right?
I did have the feeling,
If you leave with that, then that's good.
yeah. You mentioned Sam. We've mentioned Sam a couple times. I do have to ask, what was it like watching him win the Academy Award? It was pretty incredible. I've been a big fan of his for years and years and years. He's such a specific, wonderful actor. It was amazing to see him get the recognition that so many of us felt like he deserved for so long.
It was the whole thing, the whole run, like, because the little asshole won everything. And
You are competitive.
I know, but I never thought he was going to win because he was like, I'm not going to win. So every time he won, I was always so shocked. I am his biggest fan. I just think, like, he hasn't gotten the recognition. Like, people are like, I love that guy. It was kind of like he was, like, the most underrated actor. And so it was incredible. Like, I'm so proud of him, and I'm so happy for him. And there's a fucking Oscar in our living room, and I'm like, holy crap, there's an Oscar. But I'm so happy for him. He's a really wonderful human being and a really kind person. And I mean, he's a peach. And so when good things happen to good people, it's just awesome. So I could punch his lights out. I love him so much.
One more question.
Oh, she was walking. She came.
Uh-oh.
Maybe can we take two?
Can we take two?
We got quick.
Yes,
Yeah.
come. I'm here for you. Oh, she's got to hit the T.
Since you're talking about your cast members, who would you guys marry, fuck, kill, one night stand, or since we have an extra person, put it in the friend zone?
Marry, fuck, kill, one night stand, friend zone.
Well,
Hannibal's farting at
I'm
you,
all
so I'm going
for
friend zone Hannibal.
polygamy, so I would marry them all, and then I could have them all. We'd all live together. I'd be at the center of the structure,
like sister wives.
What's the structure? Hold on. I need. What's the structure of your house or your vagina?
The structure
that
is.
up, Leslie, because it was going to sound bad coming from me. I'm
There's
glad
a
that
time
you
and a
took that.
place. There's a horse for a course.
There's a horse for every carriage.
There's a horse for a course. Some days you're in a more athletic mood. Some days a more loving mood.
Who do we go for the more athletic move?
Jeremy Renner.
Jeremy's the athletic.
He'd be like, the stuff like.
Yeah. Oh, he would Hawkeye the crap out of you.
Oh wait, woohoo!
Yeah, he'd keep you, he'd flip and turn you.
Loving, tender.
Yeah, look at those
there's
guys.
An array of every emotion needed.
Did you think that was going to be your answer?
Thank you.
But are you happy with it?
That's a very creative answer. I was
kind of
not,
like takes
it was
it
like
why do
sister
we have-
wives, but
don't
very
give them that
expansive.
option. Don't. She thought outside the box. Make
Yeah, that
them
was
answer it.
Sister husbands.
Sister husbands.
I feel like the friend zone seems, if you wanted, like, instead of marry, kill, instead of kill, is kill worse than friend zone? I almost feel like the friend zone's worse than
You marry because they can't get away that easily.
Okay.
Legally bound.
Friend zone is worse because kill at least has some kind of passion to it. Friend zone is
just
like,
like
I
going,
don't really,
vanilla.
Yeah.
Oh, I want
It's like
vanilla
flaccid.
ice cream. I'm like, who are you?
No.
Why are you on this earth?
Nothing
And
towards
chocolate.
you.
Yeah,
You
I
can
feel
just be the
nothing.
friend zone.
Nobody wants to be in the friend zone.
Last question right here.
Okay, sorry, I thought it was like a free-for-all.
No, I love it.
It is.
So-
It is. With us, it's a free-for-all.
So you guys are both seasoned actors, as he mentioned.
I do.
And so do you still get like really excited when you get a new script or a new film, or is it like work?
Can I just say, the fact someone wants to give you a job,
The best.
shocking. Every time. Then you get paid for it.
Yeah. And they pay to fly you there or go wherever you want. Yeah, it's the best.
I get to do my job and be paid for it. It's very humbling. It's very, very exciting. And, I think it's one that, it never gets old.
Well, I think that's also the thing, because sometimes actors love to complain, I feel like. If they're not working, they're complaining, and if they're working, they're complaining, and I think that's not a great, healthy way. I mean, we're not digging ditches.
You finish a job and you're like, I'll never work again.
Yeah, you do every time you feel like it's your last job. So, I don't know, I think...
Not really, because we're so good.
I mean, all you have to do
that the confidence is there.
No.
We'd have to act humble.
No, but the truth is, it's like, we're really lucky. I mean, we
And really
get to
good.
be creative for a living, And so I don't
Also
know.
unemployed, if anyone's watching and needs.
We both are ready to be hired.
Yeah, all you have to do is look at the statistic of what most people in the Screen Actors Guild make in a year and be very happy about having any job. Like you said, it's like it's an almost impossible, miraculous industry to sort of make
I feel
it
like
to a certain point
dancers,
in.
it's even harder. I have friends who are choreographers and are dancers, and I feel like that business is even more cutthroat of it. But yeah, I get really, and sometimes you read shitty scripts and you're like, yeah,
do it.
Yeah, but no, you
I'll do it.
No. But
like, unique selling point, cheaper than other people, and I'll do it.
There you go. But I don't know. Anytime anybody wants to hire you, it's pretty exciting. Annabelle's easily hired.
Easily hired, ready
I
to
have
go.
a great idea for a
Flexible.
script.
Your reaction time was you just heard the word script and we're like, I'll do it.
Yes. He's like, stop saying you'll do it for free. I will stop that.
Congratulations on the film. It's so funny. An incredible job done by all. Really fun having you here. It opens this weekend, right? Thursday night.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Start and Friday. Everybody go see it.
You guys
Tag.
go see it.
Thanks so much.
Funny. Okay.
$20 each for coming. I really appreciate it.
If you have a script, she'll do it. Everybody.
Yes.
Annabelle Leslie Bibb. Let's hear it.